Yo, I'll be live in just 1 second. Give me 1 second while I fix my mic. I'll be live cooking and we'll be talking about boxing in a moment. All right, let's see. The mic should be working, my people. What is going on? What is happening to all the boxing fucking junkies, mate? How's everyone doing today? I'm going to do a short live. I'm just going to cook it up quickly. I hope people can get the notification. And if you do, I'm here now. And this is Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. We got MFB in the building, mate. What's happening to MFB, bro? How you feeling today? But look, let's touch on some of these subjects today, bro. So, one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. Yo, EA, what is happening, bro? That's Mike from Boston. Yes, Mike. You changed your little avatar, yeah? So you made it a little MFB. Yes, man. Mike from Boston. What is going on? Danny Medina, my brother from the other side of the pond, mate. Look, people, we're going to talk about the sweet science and this beautiful sport that we love, boxing. And today, I have to talk about the biggest fight that we're all anticipated about in the lightweight division is over with the people across the pond. The biggest fight right now, bruv, is in the lightweight division, Gervonta Tank Davis versus King Ryan Garcia. Yes, man, Puro. What is happening to Puro CCD, bro, in the building, man? You know what I'm saying? But look, the biggest fight that we're talking about, bruv. Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Now, is this fight logically can be put together and can this fight happen? Let's talk about it on this live. So look, we know that the biggest fight is Gervonta Tank versus Ryan at lightweight. But what we heard lately is a couple of interviews with Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather said to Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia, you guys, if you want the fight, we can make that fight. Gervonta Tank Davis is ready for that fight. Floyd Mayweather said he wants this fight. And he goes, look, we'll take this fight. But remember one thing. Floyd Mayweather told everybody in the world, there's only one guy who's the A side. And the guy that you got to follow and you got to listen to is Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis. And Floyd Mayweather told them, we ain't going to 140, bruv. If the fight's going to happen, it's going to happen at 135. We are not here to play games. Floyd Mayweather said he ain't going to 140. We're the A side. If you want to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, you have to fight him at lightweight, at 135. So stop the bullshit, Floyd Mayweather told them. And we will make this fight. But then came Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar De La Hoya said a couple of days ago on Fight Hype, he says, look, mate, this fight is for two A sides. He said Gervonta Tank Davis is not the A side. Oscar De La Hoya says Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis are both A sides. What do you think about that? What's happening? Evis. Yes, Evis in the motherfucking building. But what do you guys think about that? Do you believe that Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia are both star power A side? Let's go by one. That's bullshit. They fought Barrios at 140, but can't do it for Ryan Garcia. Danny Medina says Floyd Mayweather's capping. Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis are capping. They fought Mario Barrios at 140. So why is it now that Tank Davis knows that Ryan Garcia is calling him out? Why doesn't he fight him at 140? Why does he have to not fight at 140 now? He wanted to fight at 140 before. So why is Tank Davis not wanting the smoke at 140. Now, let's go with this. Mayweather said that they're not going to fight at 140. If the fight happens, it's going to happen at 135. Oscar De La Hoya says, look, at the end of the day, both fighters are superstars. Both fighters are A-side. So we have to give a little and take a little. It's a 50-50 fight, says Oscar De La Hoya. Mayweather says, go fuck yourself. It ain't no 50-50 fight. We're the A-side. So let's break it down here, bro. Let's break this shit down. Just Blaze in the building. Just Blaze, blazing some of that best Cali weed in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Just Blaze. But look, let's blaze this one, Just Blaze. I'm blazing this fucking show right now. You tell me who's right and who's wrong. Mayweather says Tank Davis is the biggest superstar. Floyd Mayweather says we are the ones who are bringing the pay-per-view. We've got a fighter who's a 3-weight world champion. Oscar De La Hoya says, nah, he's capping. Oscar De La Hoya says Ryan Garcia has got a big following and he brings a lot of star power to the table. Well, let's break that down then. Tank Davis, a 3-weight world champion, bruv. Tank Davis been fighting way before Ryan Garcia. Right? So Tank Davis has been in the game of boxing way longer than Ryan Garcia. Tank Davis has pay-per-view fights that he's done in the past. So is Tank Davis a bigger star and a bigger A-side than Ryan Garcia? That's the first question. Is Gervonta Tank Davis a bigger power star than Ryan Garcia? Because first, we need to establish who's telling the truth. Is it Floyd Money Mayweather or is it Oscar De La Hoya? You get me? Let's see what we think about that one. Neither are the A-side, says Evis. Salute to the chat, real hardcore boxing fans in the building, says Danny Medina. EA Lap says, Tank only one division champion. Yeah, but remember this. Tank Davis won the regular belt at 140, and Tank Davis did win the regular belt at 135. Right? Tank Davis came up from 130, and he's become 2-weight regular champion, and on 130, he became a proper champion. So who is the bigger power? Who has that star power? I need to establish, is Floyd Mayweather talking the truth? Or is Oscar De La Hoya talking the truth? Is it a 50-50 fight? Is it both of them are the same power when it comes to star power? Or is there one guy who has done more than the other guy? Well, I've got to say, who's the man out of both of these guys who has done more and who's got bigger power in the fight? Yo, Tycho TV in the building. Them regular belts ain't shit, but the new interim title. Tycho TV says them regular belts ain't shit. Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis are doing too much talking now. They're not classed as the real champions across the pond, even across the world. People which are hardcore boxing fans know that Gervonta Tank Davis is not the real guy and not the man who's got the real belt at 135. At 135, it was Cambosis, and now it's Devin Haney. So even at 140, the belt that Gervonta Tank Davis has got, mate, it doesn't have that much respect. It doesn't have that much respect. The real belt is with Josh Taylor, it was. So how do we divide these fighters? And how do we look at these fighters? Which one is more than the other one? I need to finish that first. Which fighter has more and what he's done is more than the other one? Now, EA Lap says Tank is the A-side. Tank is probably the A-side, though. Ryan had yet to do shit in the sport. Ryan tickets were selling for $26. So let's establish that now, people. You know, we're not biased people here. I know everybody who comes to this chat, they're not fanboys. Everybody loves the sport, and we look at it from an unbiased point of view. So we're establishing now that Ryan Garcia is the B-side, and Gervonta Tank Davis still is the A-side. So let's establish that. And we've established that Tank Davis is the guy who has a little bit more power and a bigger star, slightly, just a little bit, than Ryan Garcia. We established that, right? So, who's right, who's wrong? If Tank Davis is the A-side, is Oscar De La Hoya talking too much bullshit by Oscar De La Hoya saying that this is a fight which is 50-50? This fight is 50-50. There is no matter what. He said, I have to get this fight 50-50 for Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. And we need this fight to be on Showtime and in DAZN. So this is what Oscar De La Hoya said. He said, we're ready to make the fight, but we got to make this fight on DAZN and in Showtime. So already there's a red flag. Already there's a red flag. You look at this fight, it's a red flag already going all the way around. And I'm going to tell you why. Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather are not going to let Tank fight on DAZN. Ain't going to happen, bro. And Ryan Garcia, even though he wants to chase Tank Davis, like Tyco TV said, Oscar De La Hoya needs to humble himself. Oscar De La Hoya just needs to take one step back and stop killing the fight. Because Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, Al Heyman, Tank Davis are not going to fucking go onto DAZN. They're going to need to make that fight on Showtime. So let's speak facts. This is not about feelings over here. We're going to speak facts. The truth of it is, Oscar De La Hoya cannot expect to push or bully them to get Tank to fight on DAZN as well. Ain't going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. So the only way they get DAZN get the rights for the fight is that Showtime will show the fight all over America. DAZN can probably get the rights for Europe, Australia, and England. Now, there is a way that they can give DAZN some of that fight. But DAZN will not be able to primarily show that fight in the United If he really wants to make this fight, he needs to stop pushing and bullying those guys, because it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. Oscar De La Hoya cannot turn around and say that this is the only way the fight happens, because then the fight don't happen, bro. The fight won't happen. They got to give a little to take a little. You got to give a little to take a little, bro. Look, it's simple. You got to be able to get Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia on Showtime. Let Oscar De La Hoya have the DAZN for England, Australia, and other countries. But as far as the American network, it has to be where Tank Davis fights. Now, the second thing is the weight. Mayweather doesn't want Tank Davis to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. You heard what I said? Mayweather does not want the fight for Gervonta Tank Davis at 140. He said to Oscar De La Hoya, get Ryan to come back to 135, and then we can make the fight. This fight could turn Ryan into a superstar boxer if he wins. Yes, but Tyco TV, he has to be able to give a little to get that fight. Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya need to take a risk if they want to take Tank Davis's credibility. If they want to be a superstar, they have to play the game. They can't be trying to block these deals, because the way Oscar De La Hoya is speaking is like the fight is not going to happen. The way Oscar De La Hoya is speaking, it doesn't look like there's going to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? The way Ryan Garcia needs to approach this is that he needs to go on social media and push this fight no matter what network it's on. If Ryan Garcia is hungry, then he need to go for Showtime. He need to fight that fight on Showtime, bro. Let's keep it logical and let's keep it factual. Everything else is bullshit. We just established Tank Davis as the A side. We just established that Tank Davis ain't going to fight on DAZN. Not in America. He ain't going to fight on DAZN network in America. So, the way I look at it is that Oscar De La Hoya needs to get his ego, take his ego out the way, and start working with TMT, Al Heyman, to understand that those guys have the power. Now, if he wants Ryan Garcia to be in that fight, he ain't going to get that fight the way that he's speaking. He's going to have to work with Mayweather. And he's going to have to listen to Mayweather, whether he likes it or not. Look, Oscar De La Hoya knows the game. Oscar De La Hoya was the A side against Mayweather. He knows how to make a fight. But are they really wanting to make this fight? That's my question, ladies and gentlemen. Are they really looking to make this fight? Or they're just keeping the fans hyped up and keeping each other's name in their mouth so they can keep this fight bubbling? But really and truly, we're not getting no fight. Logically and factually, you can see that the way that they're speaking, ain't no way they're going to get this fight. Oscar De La Hoya ain't looking to work around the zone and make this fight on Showtime anyway. So it's all cat. To me, the only way this fight happens if it's Oscar De La Hoya is willing for Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia to fight on Showtime at 135. If they really want this fight, bro, they can get this fight. But the way they're talking, they're not going to get this fight, bro. Yo, Chen Smoke in the building. What's going on with Chen Smoke, bro? You know what I'm saying? Chen Smoke says they should stop the bullshit and make it happen. But there's already a lot of bullshit. Floyd Mayweather said they're not fighting at 140. And they got to fight on Showtime. So now Oscar De La Hoya needs to change his energy. He needs to come out on the interview, but he ain't going to do that. Because Oscar De La Hoya has obligations to the DAZN network. The only way he wants to make this fight, if he can get partner up with DAZN, so he can get that DAZN money. Ain't going to happen. This fight ain't going to happen like that, bro. I'm telling you. And this is a lot of time wasting. The way that Oscar De La Hoya and Mayweather are talking, bro, this fight ain't happening. This fight ain't happening. Tank and Floyd not trying to hear De La Hoya. And Ryan's the social media star bullshit. They better negotiate this fight, giving Tank his respect. Otherwise, there's no fight. And that's true. Hey, listen, that's 100% the fucking truth. Give Gervonta Tank Davis his respect. Because right now, he's bigger than Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Tank Davis is a bigger star and got more pulling power than Ryan Garcia. He's the A side. We've established that. So now Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia need to speak some real fucking sense. Stop the bullshit. You get me? Stop the fucking bullshit. Hard times in the building, bruv. They coward. What is it? They coward. Rap star is yo. Holy cow! Rap star is back. Yes, mate. I'm back. Hard times. T-pop. T-pop in the building, bruv. Yes, mate. What's going on, T-pop? What do you think about this hard times in T-pop? The A side is Tank Davis, right? So how can Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia dictate terms? How can Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya tell them that you got to fight at 140, bro? Can somebody explain that to me? Can somebody explain that to me? How the fuck is Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya telling Mayweather and Tank Davis how it's going to go? It don't make no sense. How the fuck you telling Tank Davis to come to 140? How are you telling Tank Davis to come to fucking DAZN? Yo, Karma Serena. Yes. They can't keep a real one like Rap down. That's right, sis. Yes, Karma Serena. They can't keep a real one down like Rap. They just can't keep me down, bro. Hey, Tank is cherry picking. No way he will fight Garcia even as a A-side. Okay. Tycho TV says, I'm hearing that the Bud and Spence fight is in jeopardy because they both asking for too much money and the networks are not willing to guarantee that money. Ryan can't make 35 anymore, says Karma Serena. Tank is the A side, but I sure want to see the fight. But look, as fans, yeah, we all want to see the fight. Come on, who don't want to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia? We want to see that, bro. I'm telling you now, England's hyped up. London's hyped up. Hey, listen, mans from England are fucking hyped up about that fight. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia is all the smoke at lightweight division. That's going to be one of the biggest fights in the world. But the way Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya speaking, bro, there ain't no fucking fight. You better give Tank Davis his respect. You better give Tank Davis his fucking credit. No matter if you don't like Mayweather and you don't like fucking Leonard Ellaby. Let's keep it factual. No fucking feelings on rap star boxing. Tank Davis is the man who brings the power. He's the A side. He don't need to go and fight you at 140. He doesn't. If he tells you he wants a fight at 135, you got to make that weight. If Tank Davis tells you that he wants to be the first man on the fucking Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, that's how it's going to be pronounced. The fight's not going to be pronounced Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. Let's get this shit straight. Tank Davis is going to come in like a champion and Ryan Garcia is going to come in like a challenger. Tank Davis calls the shots. Ryan Garcia needs to follow. That's all I'm saying, bro. If Ryan Garcia wants that real smoke, then he need to be the B-side and take that fight. Just like what Devin Haney did with George Kambosos. Just like what Devin Haney did with George Kambosos. The truth of the matter is, if Ryan really wants that smoke, then Oscar De La Hoya needs to shut the fuck up and stop talking about DAZN. If they want to make that fight, they got to push that fight and they got to make sure they humble themselves. You got to humble yourself. It's just the truth, bro. You can't expect to take the Tank Davis fight. This is the Tank Davis show. This ain't the Ryan Garcia show. It just ain't the Ryan Garcia show, bro. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is a big name, but Ryan Garcia ain't no Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia's a big name, but Ryan Garcia ain't no Tank Davis. Tank Davis is the man that you got to work with. You know what I'm saying? So look, at the end of the day, you got to give a little, you got to take a little. You know, Oscar De La Hoya got to start speaking some sense, people. You know, calling Ryan Garcia the A side already tells me that you ain't making this fight. Calling Ryan Garcia the A side shows me you ain't serious about this fight with Tank Davis. Because there's only one A side right now, and that's Gervonta Tank Davis. Maybe they can ask Tank to do a catch weight. Maybe they can ask Tank Davis to do a catch weight. Yo, Toby. What's happening with Toby Bartlett in the motherfucking building? Yes, Toby. Toby, what do you think, bro? You think this fight's going to happen with Tank versus Ryan Garcia? What you think, bro? Because at the end of the day, the way that Oscar De La Hoya is speaking, bruv, he's like speaking like he never wants to see the fight. Yo, the way that Oscar De La Hoya is speaking on Fight Hype TV, man, he's speaking with egos. Oscar De La Hoya says that Ryan Garcia is an A-side as well. And Oscar De La Hoya says Ryan Garcia and me want that fight on the Zone Network. Who the fuck does Oscar De La Hoya think he's speaking to right now? That's where I'm confused. I'm confused. You're pushing the A side and telling him how it goes. You're telling the man who's a bigger name, who's a pay-per-view fighter in America, you're telling him how this fight should go. It don't make no sense. Toby Bartlett says, Oscar doing too much drugs. Look, I understand Oscar De La Hoya, yeah? That's Ryan Garcia's his client. Ryan Garcia's his boy. So he's going to make sure that he try and do the best he can for Ryan Garcia. Oscar De La Hoya just trying to protect his fighter. You get me? Oscar De La Hoya just trying to protect his client, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Look, Hard Time says both Tank and Ryan are the biggest stars of their promoters. If they fight, someone is going to get exposed. I can't see Oscar or Floyd taking that risk. You heard what Hard Time says, yeah? Yo, Jose Gomez. Yes, my brother, Jose Gomez. What's happening, man? We back in this shit, bro. We back in the real boxing talk. Yes, sir. Jose Gomez. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm going to be back in 1 second, guys. I'm just going to play you a video and I'll be back. I've just got to set something up and I'll be back in a minute. Don't go nowhere. Yo, what's happening to Peter in the building, mate? What's happening, Peter? Hey, look, people, I'm going to keep it real with you. Yes, I like the fight. Yes, I think Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis will bring boxing back in the lightweight division. Yes, I can't wait to hear a fight like that. I can't. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I can't wait to see a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis step up to the real guys. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait because Tank Davis ain't been doing that either, bro. Let's keep the shit real. And let's keep it 100. He might be the A side, bro. We all agree he's the A side. But what the fuck has Tank Davis been doing, which is that special? Well, what's so special? The man beat Gamboa. The man beat Mario Barrios. The man beats Isaac Cruz. The man beat Rowley. And none of these guys were the guys. None of these guys were at the top. Ryan Garcia putting people to sleep. Ryan Garcia putting people to sleep. And Ryan Garcia is the truth when you look at his amateur background. And you look at what Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney 3 times, bruv. How about that one? Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney 3 motherfucking times in the fucking amateurs. I'm just keeping it 100. Australia in the motherfucking building. Bacon and eggs. Let's get my sausage and beans. Bacon and eggs, I want my sausage and beans, bruv. And don't forget my Yorkshire puddings. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. Ryan Garcia retired Luke Campbell 100. And Luke Campbell is the better opponent. Now you want to go there? Let's go here. Luke Campbell is an Olympian. Luke Campbell was an Olympian. And Luke Campbell is a better name on Gervonta Tank Davis's fucking whole resume. Now let's talk. Let's talk. You want to go, you want to get facts? Let's go facts for facts. I ain't got no dog in this race. I'm from the other side of the pond. I like Ryan Garcia. I love what Tank Davis does. But if you want to talk facts, Ryan Garcia beating better people. Now what are you going to say? I'm just saying, Ryan Garcia has beaten people which were more all-rounded because Mario Barrios wasn't that guy. And when we saw Isaac Cruz, we didn't even know who the fuck he was. Let's keep this shit 100 here. Mayweather fucking doing the protection scheme on Ryan and Tank Davis. Listen, Mayweather, let your fighter fucking fight someone, bro. Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby fucking doing a protection service out here. Kindergarten shit. If you really want to know the truth, Tank Davis is fucking nearly 30 years old. He's closer to 30 than anybody else. But people don't want to know the truth. Look how they move Tank Davis, bro. All strategically, all in their camp. They're moving Tank Davis in their own little camp, bro. Finding fucking opponents for Tank Davis to look good. Ryan Garcia still took a risk with Luke Campbell. I'm just saying. So does Tank Davis and Mayweather really want that smoke? That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you people, is Tank Davis really about that life? Because everything I've seen with Tank, it's all fucking strategic. You know what I mean? It's strategic, bruv. John McSmith in the building. At the end of the day, it's about time Tank Davis fights a real fucking cat. And the real cat is Ryan Garcia. The real motherfucking cat out here is Ryan Garcia. So it ain't no worth us going back and forth. But give me a second and I'll be back. So let's keep it 100, people. I'm from fucking England, but I'm seeing these Americans flip-flopping out here. Gervonta Tank Davis needs to fucking get a real fight. And the biggest fight for him right now is Ryan Garcia. So Tank Davis's team, Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, they need to give a little bit. And then Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan Garcia, they need to act like the B-side. Stop capping. You know what I mean? Oscar De La Hoya, stop capping. Get this fight for us, because the fans want this fight, mate. We're done with the mediocre fights. It's about time that we really hear a fight like this. We want to hear this fight for December 2022. Stop the bullshit. Fans are done with this bullshit now, bro. But yo, give me 1 second. I gotta send the link. Yeah, let's go to the chat now, yeah? Give me a second. Let me read the chat. So Con says, I agree with Rapstar. The best fight for Tank at the moment is Ryan Garcia. Peter Von Ock says, Oscar is trying to make the fight. We'll see what happens, I guess. I don't think Oscar is trying to make the fight. I don't think Oscar is trying to make that fight, bro. Oscar De La Hoya doing the same thing like Mayweather. Trying to ask for this, say that the fight has to happen over here. We're not going to go to 135. Oscar De La Hoya, you don't have the fucking A side. You don't have the biggest fighter in your fucking promotion right now. So what does Oscar De La Hoya think he's talking about, bruv? Who the fuck is Oscar De La Hoya telling that, no, you got to come and fight on our network? I mean, come on. Yo, Bruce goes in the building. What is happening to Bruce? Bruce, gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Yo, go support my guy. Bruce goes, Bruce, gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Yo, what's happening to the one and only, the man on the other side of the pond, 24/7 boxing? What's happening, Punch Drunk?
What up?
Hey, you're cutting out here, bro.
Smoke.
We want that smoke.
Yeah,
I got Ricky. I got
haters.
Rick Glazier.
I see haters. Where they at? Rapstar, I see haters in the chat. In the chat. Where they at?
Hey, Rick Glazier's coming to see you, bro.
Yeah. Hey, yo. I hope so.
Hey, Rick Glazier said he wants that smoke with you tonight or today.
Man, I'm not. That smoke is gonna be too foggy, man. He ain't gonna be able to breathe. Ain't gonna be no 911 calls tonight. Even the firefighters are gonna be scared to come out here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, look, man. Look, I want to ask you this. We got the chat going crazy about this. Yo, Punch Drunk Boxing, we got to ask you a very honest question. We got Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather, and we got Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. Now, we've established the conversations that we're hearing. It doesn't look like there's going to be a fight. Oscar De La Hoya saying that he wants to fight on DAZN, and both of these guys are A-side. Tank Davis Mayweather says, shut the fuck up. You guys come to 135 and you fight on Showtime. What do you think about this? Is Oscar De La Hoya need to humble himself? Or Tank Davis hasn't fought a man like Ryan Garcia that he needs to also humble himself? What do you think, bro?
I think both these guys need to humble themselves and do what's best for the fighter. You know what I'm saying? They already moving. Both moving. They ain't trying to go for the money. Well, here's the money. Everybody's always there. You go. You want the butts in the seats? This is the primary fight to put butts in the seats. You want lucrative paydays? This is going to have lucrative paydays. You guys have an opportunity, just like the fighters. The promoters got an opportunity to bring the most lucrative fights, especially in America. Everybody wins. Ryan gets what he wants. Tank get what he wants. Mayweather get what he wants. Oscar De La Hoya get what he wants. You feel me? And then the network fight, like Steven Espinosa said, that this is probably the top 3 most lucrative fight in the sport of boxing. So this is the type of crossover promotion and where they could do a joint venture with the Zone and Showtime. There is no excuse. This is what y'all wanted.
Yeah, I hear you, Punch. And at the end of the day, the one thing we don't understand is the way that Oscar De La Hoya is speaking, retaliating to Floyd. Floyd's saying that they're not going to 140. You come to 135. The fans are saying Tank had no problem going to 140 for Mario Barrios. But now all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia seems to be a problem for Tank to go to 140. Now, the second thing is Oscar De La Hoya saying, well, they both are 50-50, and Mayweather saying, shut the fuck up, this is not even going to work. So how do they need to give a little to take a little? How would you think that they need to give a little to take a little? What way should it go? Because the man who's got the more power has to be Gervonta Tank Davis. Do you agree?
I think both. I think that Gervonta Tank Davis, he's performing a pay-per-view. He's been having pay-per-view events. But I think that Ryan Garcia can actually do the same numbers that he's doing. You feel me? Maybe a little less, but around that estimation, I think they why this fight can't happen. I don't know why they trying to. It's a network thing. You feel me? These guys are being too faithful to the networks instead of being faithful to the fighters. You know what I'm saying? We're hearing this stuff too much. Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, messed up on the Jaime Munguia and Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all being too faithful to the networks. You got to be faithful to the fighters.
I mean, yeah, we agree with you, but at the end of the day, way Oscar De La Hoya speaking, he wants to fight on DAZN. That's a red flag. You're basically saying that we don't want this fight then. And Ryan Garcia is getting angry behind the scenes.
Both of these guys.
But let me ask you this. Ryan Garcia gets angry. He turns around and says his own thing, that he will go to Showtime. He said last time that if he has to, he will go to Showtime. Is this Oscar De La Hoya just doing what he has to do to protect his client?
Well, I say this. Ryan Garcia could say that he's going to Showtime, but we know that he's in a promotional, he's tied to a promotional company. But Gervonta Tank Davis now needs to speak up like a man. You told the world that this was your last fight with Mayweather Promotions. I don't even know why we talking about Mayweather Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions. You, Gervonta Tank Davis, said that that was your last fight with Mayweather Promotions. You said to the world that you wanna make your own choices. That you want the opportunity to make decisions on your own. He said himself that he wants to be off the training wheels. So I don't even know why we're talking about Mayweather Promotion. It's time to Gervonta Tank Davis to do what he needed to do. You wanted to become a boss, so be a boss. Who said that you signed to Steven Espinosa? You ain't said that, Gervonta Tank Davis. So did you lie to the public? Did you lie to us? Were you capping? Are you tied? Are you still a puppet? Are you still on training wheel, Gervonta Tank Davis? I don't know, my brother. You let me know what's going on.
Now, you did speak some facts. Danny Medina just said 100% Punch. Punch comes in with the facts. And everybody needs to listen to this. Tank Davis told the world he don't give a fuck about anybody. He will make the fight. So why is Tank Davis not keeping the same energy? He did say that I'm not going to sit here and wait for these guys to give me fights. I want fights. So why isn't Tank Davis practicing what he preaches? Is he all cap? Is he playing a game with the motherfucking fans? Because Tank Davis needs to act like a man that he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't even got a resume. Look, bro, he needs Ryan Garcia on his resume. He doesn't have the strongest resume. Ryan Garcia beating people like Luke Campbell, which have even given him more credibility today. So I believe Tank Davis did tell the people, and he did tell the whole boxing world, that he ain't listening to the TMT. He will make decisions himself. So what happened to all that? I mean, yeah, we got to keep it real.
I don't think that I don't want to. He wasn't capping.
You're chopping up.
Because I know I'm the highway. That's what it is.
No, you're better now.
Still hear me? Yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hope that he ain't capping. I hope so. I mean, because the boxing world got excited when he was talking about that he's going to. He was Davis. So if I don't want to hear nobody else, I don't want to hear Steven Espinoza. I don't want to hear him. We never hear Al Heyman, but I don't want to hear Floyd Mayweather. I don't hear Leonard Ellaby, a.k.a. them. You told us, and Calvin Ford told us that you are a free agent. So make the move. GT, right? Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, make the deal. You could go to the zone. You a free agent, or was you a liar?
Wow. So
we shouldn't even be talking about the networks, to be honest. We shouldn't be talking about, the zone. I think that right now, in this sense, Golden Boy Promotions is right. It is right. Gervonta Tank Davis, if he's a free agent, go get that fight. And you don't even got to pay 20% to Mayweather Promotions. You a free agent. And the bad thing about it is Ryan Garcia is speaking about the fight right now. And Oscar De La Hoya is speaking about the fight. And Hopkins is talking about the fight. And Floyd Mayweather is talking about the fight. And the one that's now all of a sudden staying shut, like he deaf or something, like he don't got no mouth. Even Calvin Ford is talking about the fight. Now you ain't talking about this fight. Where are you, Gervonta Tank Davis? Where are you? Matter of fact, there's people out there devaluing Undisputed. You got these legends devaluing Undisputed to pump this fight. You got both sides pumping this fight, devaluing Undisputed, devaluing the belt, saying it doesn't matter, and you know where to be found. No, I'm sorry, but I love Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm a big fan of Gervonta Tank Davis, but he has a responsibility to right now to speak up and stop tweeting. Speak up. You a man.
I just lost Punch there for a second. But look, I agree with Punch. I agree with Con. I agree with Danny. I agree with Evis. Tank Davis did speak the big game. Tank Davis did come up there in the world and said that he'll be making his decisions now. But now, all of a sudden, it ain't no more Tank Davis again. It's Floyd Mayweather is speaking for Tank. Leonard Ellaby is speaking for Tank. And we can't find Tank anymore. So now Tank Davis told us one thing, but he's going to be now acting back to the way he was. So is Tank Davis doing a bit of capping as well? Is Tank Davis here lying to the fucking fans? Has Punch Drunk got a point? Well, let's keep it here though. If Mayweather's going to speak and Leonard Ellaby's going to speak, then that means no matter what Tank said, it doesn't have any weight. The only weight that really is what Floyd Mayweather says. It's what's happening. That's the truth though, Punch. No matter what you say,
a puppet then.
Yeah, but Punch, at the end of the day, that's where his money is. And he's not going to want to go uncomfortable and make this fight where it's a little bit uncomfortable. And let me tell you the only way Tank Davis fights Ryan Garcia, and then I'll let you speak. And maybe you agree with me. The only way Tank Davis is going to fight Ryan Garcia, he's going to bleed Ryan Garcia. He's going to make Ryan Garcia cut that weight. He's going to make Ryan Garcia be the B-side to the maximum. He's going to have all the favors in his advantage, or he's not going to fight him. And the reason why is that they are not going to risk it. They're not going to risk it. They're going to want everything in their favor, and they're going to want to make this fight easier for Tank Davis. What do you think about that?
Now, peep this, rap star. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. What did Shane Mosley do to get the Floyd Mayweather fight? He wanted that fight so bad that he sold his shares of Golden Boy Promotions to get the Mayweather fight. What did Kell Brook did to get the Amir Khan fight? He said, fuck it, I got to leave Eddie because I'm not going to get this fight if I stay with Eddie. If you wanted that bad and you had the opportunity to be free like Gervonta Tank Davis is, then you do what Shane Mosley did to get the Mayweather fight, and you do what Kell Brook did to get the Amir Khan fight. There's no excuses.
What about Devin Haney? He took a big risk.
Yeah. As soon as you could smell freedom, then you make the choices. Devin Haney did the same thing. So there you go.
Yeah, give a shout out to my boy, Exclusive News Insider. What's happening, Exclusive? But look, let's keep it real though. At the end of the day, I don't think this fight's going to happen unless Ryan Garcia puts his hands up and does everything that Mayweather and Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby want him to do.
So who's the diva now then? Oh, are people going to put this on Ryan Garcia? People going to say that Ryan Garcia's capping?
Well, would you say Tank Davis or Floyd Mayweather when he says that Tank is a bigger star? He's the one who's the fighter who brings pay-per-view. And at the end of the day, they got the bigger fighter. They got a better product.
But Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotion already, and Oscar De La Hoya said that they know that they're not naive, that they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is the A side. So that's not a problem for them. Ryan Garcia also said that he's willing to go do 135. And Henry Garcia, his father told me, like, we make 135 easy. That was a bluff that his son said he would stay at 140. He's willing to do at 135. Perfect. On that end, I don't see nobody with no excuses. They want the fight. And all I see is a free agent. That's all I see. Now, it's either he lied to us, he lied to the public to create this friction between Floyd Mayweather and himself to sell a ticket or something like that, then I'm going to call this guy a liar. And I'm disappointed. I'll be disappointed because, you know what I'm saying? I'm a major Tank fan.
Yo, Punch, can you keep cooking for a minute? I'm trying to talk to Rick Glazier.
All right. Bring him in. Bring that dude in. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it, y'all. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the supporters, man. Shout out to the haters, man. Shout out to the supporters of Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, the voice of the UK, London, Manchester, Sheffield, Liverpool. So, yeah, man, I think that Gervonta Tank Davis, man, I hope he ain't lie to us, man. I hope he's a free agent. I don't see how this fight can't be made. I don't know why we listening to Mayweather Promotions. I don't know why we listening to Leonard Ellaby. They shouldn't be talking. It shouldn't be their business. You know what I'm saying? Now the only people that the only person that could have a say so, but don't even talk to the public is Al Heyman. But think about this. When there was a big opportunity, Al Heyman would let his fighters go to the zone. He let Daniel Jacobs go to the zone. He let Mikey Garcia go to the zone. You feel me? So I don't see no problem, even if he was with Al Heyman. Remember, Mikey Garcia went to the zone to fight Jesse Vargas for $7 million. $7 million. Let's not the PBC fighter. He went to the zone to fight Triple G. So there is no excuses.
Well, Rick Glazier just spoke to me. He said he wants to come on tomorrow. He'll be live tomorrow to talk to the chat, to talk to anyone who wants to speak to him. So yeah, Rick Glazier said he'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, I know. He's scared. He's scared to come to because he see the smoke. He see the smoke right now. You listening,
no,
Rick Glazier? You see the smoke?
Yeah, he said he wants the smoke. So anybody who wants to talk to Rick
you better
Glazier,
stop disrespecting fighters and calling them garbage. That's what you need to do. You're boxing insiders. You can't go off these fighters. Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm gonna speak my mind. You better stop talking ish about these fighters. Huh? Always downplaying, always disrespecting. And you sitting
save it for tomorrow,
your
Punch.
ass at home collecting checks.
Yeah, I don't want you to, in case he's watching, I don't want you to kind of like, maybe, you know what I mean? Let him come, and then maybe you can talk
if he's going to tune in.
Yeah, he'll be here
He said
tomorrow.
He wants smoke. This is the biggest smoke ever. And respect the ladies. The modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgartner, Michaela Mayer. Yeah.
Well, all I'm going to say is this, yeah? When he comes, I want to see the same energy, and I want to see if anybody in the chat's got a hard question for him. Be direct, don't hold back, because that's how we roll on the Rap Star Boxing Show, bro. We're not holding back here. You got a question, don't just think about it. Say it, if that's what you're thinking. But
911 ain't going to save you, buddy. Huh? 911 ain't going
Hey, Punch versus Rick Glazier.
They going 911. The 5 fighters going to be like, what's happening? Oh, there's a lot of smoke in Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, and it's Punch Run Boxing going at Rick Glazier, and they go, sorry, can you call an independent contractor to save his life? In this boxing talk, we're talking about boxing. It's too much smoke. Don't say the chief is going to be like, I'm sorry, I'm not sending my men in there. Let's go. Rap Star Boxing 9 is the voice of the UK, London.
All right, we're going to make it happen, right? But we're going to get him on the show, and then we'll get Punch versus Rick Glazier. We'll have a little debate, and we'll let you guys go at it.
A little debate.
Well, we're going to make it, the debate will start, but then it'll get a bit frisky. It'll start becoming free smoke.
You know, to get too high up in the sky, it's on fire. What the fuck is Lloyd Banks at? Let's go. Rap Star Punch. You already know. The tag team. Hitman. Jim Neidhart. Let's go. Hulk Hogan,
people are
Macho
ready,
Man.
you know. I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to put the thumbnail up later. Rick Glazier said already to me on the phone, he wants to talk to anybody. And whoever wants it, he said he'll have it. And we already know what Punch Drunk Boxing's about. Just like what Tyco TV says. We can't wait. So, yo, it's going to happen. And you know what I should have done? I don't want to do that to Rick Glazier, but when I spoke to him, I could have easily put him on the, you know what I mean, live while he was speaking to me. But we're not going to do that. We're going to get Rick Glazier to come here and then let him and Punch just chop it up. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. It's all love. It's all good. But
you better take
Punch,
your high blood pressure pill. You better take your high blood pressure pill, Rick Glazier. You listening, boy? I'm going to cook your behind. You might retire after this conversation, boy. Shout out to Floyd Schofield.
well.
Let's go.
Punch is getting warmed up already, bro. Punch Drunk is already getting warmed up.
I already warmed up in the layup line, baby.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's going to be off limits. If I really get him and you at the same time, it's going to be off limits. It's going to be uncensored. I might even have to fucking take the show down in case they want to flag me. You know what I mean?
YouTube going like this smoke.
Hey,
yo, matter of fact, Rap Star, man, they going to monetize you after the show.
Well, I hope so. But yo, give us at least smash the like button, man. We're back in this game again. Rap Star's back. So smash that like button. Give us some support. We're going to get you some live and direct debates. Maybe I might even reach out to a few people and get them to speak to the chat again. You know what I'm saying, Punch? At the end of the day, At the end of the day, it's about boxing. We don't care if it's free smoke. We're not fanboys here. We'll ask the
Rapstar
hardest
boxing knowledge
questions.
is back. Corporate Rapstar is dead. Tombstone, Paul Bear is in the urn, baby.
Yeah, and I don't want to scare the guest. I don't want to scare the guest because they've been kind to me. I've had it back and forth with Teofimo Lopez Sr. I've had it back and forth with Bill Haney. I've had it back and forth with Rick Glazier. I've even asked the questions with Punch Drunk to Mauricio Suleiman. So don't even underestimate me. You don't know where I can come from in this game. At the end of the day, I'll bring Mike Tyson in this bitch. If I really want it, but you motherfuckers got to support me. Because if you don't support me, I can't get shit. And I'm not even going to reach out. I can't be bothered most of the time. To be honest. I can't be bothered. Rap. Yo, but let me tell you the truth though, Punch. It's time we bring this smoke. It's time we really do bring this real smoke back. Yeah? Fuck the fake smoke Fridays. I want some real smoke shit here. I don't want no fucking guys talking about children, people's wives, people's fucking lives. I ain't got time for those beta male bitches. That's why I left this shit. You come and hit the link, speak that shit. I don't want to hear no bullshit on this channel. I'll tell you that now. You speak about kids on my channel, I'm going to take your fucking whole... Listen, you ain't allowed on these channels, bro. You got to speak like real men out here and let's have real free smoke. You know what I mean? Don't be scared. I don't want to scare the guests. I ain't seen Bill Haney from the last time we had a debate. You know what I mean?
Where the haters at? Where they at? Where they at? Haters at? Huh? Where the haters? Man, I like the haters, man. I want hater meat. Pause. I want to smoke these
you know
dudes,
what?
Man.
I want to talk about things yet, Punch, soon on this channel. And this goes to everybody. I want to talk about stuff that people think about in their mind and their heart, but they don't say it out their mouth. I want to hear some real hardcore truth on this channel. And I don't care if it hurts people because we're never going to grow if we don't speak about it.
Hey, yo, smash the like, but I see y'all flip-floppers in the fucking comment too. Huh? I see y'all haters in the comment too. Y'all haters. Huh? What happened? Your boyfriend's channel couldn't stop me? Huh? They couldn't stop me, Rapstar. I see these haters. I see them in the comment section flip-flopping. Huh? Go tell your bitches in the mother channel to punch Run Boxing and come right here so I can flame them. Go ahead, Jeff. I see you, Jeff. I see your flip-flopping ass. Go tell them to go tell your peoples, man, in the mother channels. You know where the real smoke is at. You know where they at. Let's go, Tycho TV. You know where they at. Bring them out here, man, so I can smoke their ass.
Hey, yo.
Oh, man. I know y'all my haters. Now, when I Tycho's my boy. But I know I see haters, bro. I see haters, man. Where y'all at, man? Hey, yo, man, send the links to these haters, man.
No, we're gonna save that for another day. But yo, look, everybody who comes in.
I'm driving right now, man. I'm driving right now.
Hey, look, man. I'm just gonna say this. Punch is gonna say what Punch is gonna say.
Let me fake car accident your ass. Come on, want smoke? Let's go. Where they at, man?
Hey, look, Punch is gonna say what Punch is gonna say.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to retaliate, that's between you and Punch.
Following, they motherfuckers be following trannies and shit like that.
Oh shit, you making me laugh.
I'll put you on to these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I just want to say this, bro.
Rapstar, man, we the kings out here, the kings of smoke. The kings of smoke. These flip-flopping ass in the comment section. Go tell y'all boyfriends, man. The kings of smokes is right here. Go tell y'all boyfriends. Huh? Y'all ain't never gonna stop this smoke, man. You ain't gonna stop no Punch, no Rapstar. You ain't never gonna do it. You ain't never gonna do it.
Hey, look.
Do what y'all do best. Huh? Let's go.
Yo, look, I just want to say this, yeah. I want to say this. Look, Punch calling anyone out is between Punch and whoever. This is my channel. It's open platform. I ain't here to defend nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize to absolutely no motherfucking one. Nobody. But what I will say, if you support me, yo, man, you're good with me. It ain't
Hell
about me
yeah.
and you.
Hey,
Now, look. Jeff has been supporting me
no,
for a
no,
long time.
of course. That's good. That's
Jeff
great.
is one of, I'm just going to say this, Punch. Jeff is one of my early subscribers. And he's saying to you, Punch, tell me, how am I flip-flopping?
Hey, yo, I'm tell you like this, man. I see everything. When I see everything, I see everything. I see every comment, every video. I see them all. I see them all, baby. I see them all. So when I say flip-flopping, you know, no. But, yo, they're your supporters, man. Support Rap Star, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Smash the like, but support this, man.
No, but what I'm saying is, hey, listen,
My
anybody
fault.
who's got beef with anybody,
Let me calm down with the energy, man. I'm a guest. I
man, everything
apologize.
goes here, bro. Everything goes. If Jeff wants to come and speak, Jeff is more than welcome. I'll send a link to Jeff right now. Jeff, do you
Bring
want
them
the link?
all.
I'm just saying, if Jeff wants to speak, he can speak. This is an open platform. But I will say this.
Man, don't
I
tell
will
yo.
say this.
He said so. Tell us. Nah, I don't want to go away from it. I just gotta speak. I just said what I said. But don't act like I don't see what you wrote before, bitch. Don't think that I don't see what you wrote, bitch. Alright? I see it all, like I said. If you want this work, then let them send the link and get this work. You bitch. And the people you support except Rap Star. They all bitches. They my bitches. Without me, they ain't shit. I am Freak Smoke Friday. I am every channel that I put on. I am the motherfucking king. Bitch. Now go tell your bitches that. I'm their pimp. They my hoes. The motherfucking link. Yeah, get this puppet in. Get this puppet in.
Man, this is happening too soon, bro. I was going 5 minutes ago. But you guys are bringing me back too early. I was gonna do the free smoke tomorrow, bro. I wasn't interested in no smoke today. We were gonna talk boxing. But hey, it goes everywhere. Sometimes hard topics, hard facts, or something else, it takes the channel to somewhere else. And you told us this. Boxing takes people into real life. Isn't that true? Boxing takes people into real life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, all I'm saying is, bro, I came here with a nice, relaxing, peaceful mind. But here it is. People want to smoke each other. It is what it is.
I messed
It
up.
is
I
what
messed
it
up your
is.
green tea and your coffee.
Man, yeah, man. I was thinking it'd be nice and relaxing today, bro. You know, it's been a long time since I've been live. You know what I mean? I said, yeah, we're keeping it chilled out today. I'm just gonna keep it cooking. You know what I mean? But I didn't expect you to be going at people right now. But it is what it is. I sent Jeff the link already. But let's be honest though, Punch. At the end of the day, you think that the blame, like a lot of people say that Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia do need to humble themselves it. And they have to now play ball. They have to be the ones to chase this fight because they want this fight. I mean, at the end of the day, with Oscar De La Hoya saying that they're both the A side and the fight has to be on DAZN network, is that basically saying, fuck this fight? Because you know that Floyd Mayweather ain't going to do that business. You know yourself, Floyd Mayweather is not going to do that business.
I think that Mayweather does any business that Al Heyman don't. Well, not any business because he did the exhibition by himself. But when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, it's Al Heyman's call. I don't think that is Mayweather's call. Mayweather promotion they don't got the network deal. It's PBC network. Mayweather promotions don't have the network deal with Showtime, like Golden Boy has the network deal of the Zone. You know what I'm saying? Like Top Rank got the network deal with ESPN. Like Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing got the network deal with the Zone. Mayweather promotion is like Samson promotion. That's what they are. So I don't even know. They don't. I don't think they got a major say so. They just go by. They follow the drum, or the beat of the drum of Al Heyman. Shout out to Al Heyman.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff. What's happening, Jeff? What's happening, Jeff? I can't hear you, bro. Hey, Jeff, you're frozen on me, bro.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, speak up.
Put some bass on that voice.
Yo, Jeff.
He got that
Yo, man,
PCS.
He's frozen up. He's frozen up. He's frozen
He got
up.
He got 2G. He got 2G.
No, I think he's come to speak to you, man. I don't even think he's come for the smoke. Yeah, but he's still frozen up, bro. Jeff, if you can hear me, come out and come back in, bro. Anyway, so, yo, at the end of the day, it's a two-way thing here. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia both got to play the game. They both got to now give and take a little bit. And if we're going to get this fight in this fight anytime soon, then the promoters have to start really speaking a different game. Maybe Tank got to go to 140 and Ryan Garcia got to fight at Showtime. I'm just saying. Yo, hey, Jeff, you still frozen out there? Yo, Punch, you can hear me though, innit? Yo, Punch, you can hear me though, innit? Yeah, I can't get Jeff. Look, let me see if I can get you and Jeff on at the same time.
Hey, yo, Rap. Okay. You want anything?
Yo, Jeff, can you hear me now? Anyway, Punch, you can hear me, right? Anyway, I can't hear nobody. So can the chat hear me, bro? This whole audio's gone into fucking limbo. I don't think anybody can hear us now, bro. We were going to take this to another fucking level in a minute. Yo, let me know if you can hear us. Hey, do you all hear Rapstar? Can you hear Rapstar, bro? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. Hold on, let me order this.
All right, Punch Drunk's back.
Hold on, let me order something.
Yo, Punch Drunk's back. I can hear Punch. Yo, Jeff, what's happening? Yo, I want to touch on this, man, before Jeff and Punch Drunk get into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Jeff and Punch Drunk get into the conversation, what do you guys think about this Jake Paul versus Hassan Ratman Jr.? Do you think that Hassan Ratman Jr. signed the fight knowing he had to cut that weight and he couldn't cut that weight? Hey, listen, Jeff, come back, bro. I couldn't hear you. You can come back, Jeff. Wait, let me see. Give me a second. Yo, Lance, show me your face, bro. All right, that's you, yeah? All right, bro. Let me get you on it. What's happening, Lance?
What's good, Red Star? What's going on, man?
How you feeling today?
Shit, long time supporter, long time subscriber. What's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm back in the game, bro. I'm back. I've been busy, you know what I mean, doing a lot of stuff, working on my future. I had a lot of work going on, but you know, we're back now, Lance. So
what's up with your man Punch?
Yeah, Punch is in the building.
Yes, I see that. What's going on with him? He had some drama surrounding him, didn't he?
I don't know. Punch, you there? Anyway, Punch said he's getting something to eat. Well, the last time I heard him on the chat. So, what do you think about today's topic, bro? With Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, do you really think this fight's going to happen? Or do you think it's just a bunch of talk and it's a bunch of hype and these fight fans ain't going to get this fight?
So it's a bunch of talk, but who's talking though?
I mean, we're getting Ryan Garcia's calling out Tank. We got Tank Davis retaliating for that. And then we got Oscar De La Hoya saying that the fight has to happen on a 50-50 on DAZN. And then we got Floyd Mayweather saying, nah, man, we're the A side. You guys are going to come to 135 and the fight has to be on Showtime.
Yeah, well, Ryan is already moving on, right? So he's already pushing past that. And anyway, I mean, Tank's gonna fight who they put in front of him. We already know that, right? He's not going out of his way to do anything extra. He just wants to fight who they put in front of him. So
at the end of the day, you think the one to make the fight is Ryan Garcia? He should be the one who's willing to play ball with TMT and Tank Davis?
I'm saying it doesn't matter. All those young guys are gonna have to fight each other eventually.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
I think Ryan might have a foot up. Honestly, just saying, fuck y'all, I'm moving to 140. Because everybody's gonna have to chase him anyway. Everybody's gonna have to follow after him in a sense of just moving to the next division, right? I don't mean like however you want to interpret chasing him. I just mean that he's going to be the first one to move up from that list of guys, so everybody else is going to have to move up after him, and he's already going to be there. He's already going to have been established himself. And, well, T.O. moved up too, and he's got his fight coming up, so we'll see what's going on with that.
So at the end of the day, for you, it's not about how the fight happens. They just got to fight each other. And at the end of the day, that's all the fans really want to watch.
No, I mean, you can hear rumblings and believe what you want to believe as far as who's going to win in these matches as professionals, things like that, because of things that happened when they were amateurs and whatnot. But I don't know if you could put any value to any of that realistically, you know, because they're all just moving forward with their careers and they're all growing young men. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see where their futures take them.
Yeah. Do you think over the careers, though, Tank Davis has done more than Ryan Garcia? Even though he's won 2 regular belts, they feel that he's been in the game longer.
I don't know. I really like what Ryan Garcia has been doing recently, to be honest with you, Rapstar. I love what he did against Luke Campbell. I love what he did against Javier Fortuna. I love the chances that he's taken. But then again, everybody else is making some solid moves too. You know, you look at guys like Devin Haney that's going overseas to fight Kambosos, and he's taking the rematch. You know, that's legend shit. Real talk. And, you know, the only person that's really not keeping up is Tank Davis. You know, I mean, he's fighting good competition. You could say Isaac Cruz, you know, is good competition. I just feel like, you know, Joseph Diaz, you know, JoJo. I just feel like, you know, these guys are great competition, but where's the statements at? You haven't had a statement since Sniper. So it's like one of those things where it's, you know, everybody else is continuing to move forward. How are you going to continue growing? You're one of the older ones, you know. Not that he has anything to prove to these guys, just the boxing community as a whole. You know, it's not that he has anything to prove, just that, okay, you know, it's getting stale. It's getting, you know, overdue. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, a lot of the fans, they don't really want to hear all this fight hype, what these Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather's talking about. They don't really want to hear all these terms and what network and what's the A side and what's the B side. But it's these guys that are going out there and they're the ones who are showing the world and letting them talk about this because that's what they're talking about.
At the same time, Rapstar, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I could criticize Tank for fighting a fighter like Isaac Cruz. But at the same time, I could say, hey, Ryan Garcia's style would struggle with somebody like an Isaac Cruz, right? I want to see Ryan Garcia in there with the Isaac Cruz. That's a very aggressive guy, very come forward guy. If Ryan Garcia can pop his jab and keep him off him, then maybe he can do that. I just don't. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, at the end of the day, some people believe that victory with Luke Campbell with Ryan is more notable than even what Tank's done with some opponents.
I mean, that was a great win. That was a great win, Rapstar. Let nobody take anything away from that win.
Yeah, and you know, Tank Davis has had great wins. He's looked good, but he's fought fighters that people never really wanted to see those fights. It's fighters that people just all of a sudden they talk about Isaac Cruz when they didn't even know who the fuck he was.
I mean, they talk about him now. It doesn't matter if they knew who he was or not. They know who he is now.
Yeah.
And they don't want no smoke with him. Real talk, they don't want no smoke with him. So it is what it is. I mean, I feel like Isaac Cruz is going to keep moving forward. Does he have the style that can beat, you know, all his contemporaries? Maybe not. But he does have a very rough, rugged style either way you cut it. And he's the one to test any of these top-level fighters, in my opinion.
No, I hear you, bro. That's for real. I hear that. But yo, someone trying to get in, yeah? But I can't add you because the way that you're trying to get in, it's not allowing me to add you. So I don't know what's going on with that. Either it's a troll account or somebody trying to get in, but just won't let me add you. But yo, let me just say this to you, bro. I know this is not really a conversation for real hardcore boxing fans, but boxing around the world are talking about it. Now, Jake Paul, he been wanting to fight boxers. He called out a man from our side of the pond, Tommy Fury. Now, Tommy Fury went back and forth and he wasn't able to make the flight to America and things happened. So now he got this guy, Hassim Ratman Jr. And that fight was made for it to happen. Now, Hassim Ratman signed the fight saying that he was going to make that weight. And now he's come out and said, no, he can't make that weight. But Jake Paul is now making boxing look bad. He's saying these boxers, they don't know how to do business. They're trying to get the bag, but they're not ready for me. And at the end of the day, what I'm saying is we got to take Jake Paul now and talk about him because he is in boxing. He's fighting real boxers. So how do you think, does it look bad on boxers that they're not able to do contracts or they just don't want to get in there? Even though it's going to be Jake Paul's going to make it easier for himself. You know, if you want that money, go in there and beat him because you're way more skilled, way more better you're supposed to be. And you've been in this game for years, while this man has only been in the game for a couple of years. What do you think about this, bro?
You know, Rapstar, I'm really not educated on this topic. And I am intrigued by the topic. I'm really not educated on it. I don't know exactly what's going on with them. I did see a couple different things pertaining to the fight. I just heard that the fight was off recently within, you know, last day or two. I really didn't think too much of it. I really didn't have too much on it. I really didn't know how to interpret this fight from the beginning. I am intrigued by it, but I'm just not really too much so educated on it. So you can go ahead and expound on that if you want.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, from a guy who was a YouTuber who took boxing into YouTube, finally went and fought UFC fighters, now fighting boxers. Boxers are not able to make that contract work with him. Now, boxers don't want to give him all the leeway. They don't want to make it easy on him either. But a true boxer, if he's a boxer, man, just go and fucking take this guy and show him what boxing's about, bruv. I mean, at the end of the day, you're talking to fighters which are 6-0, 12-1. They're way more rounded fighters. They got more pedigree than Jake Paul. But Jake Paul out there now showing that he got power. He's been learning the game of boxing with BJ Flores and that for a little while now, hanging out with real fighters and shit. So it's kind of making boxers look like, wait there, they're signing contracts, but they're not ready. They can't even make the fucking weight. Or in fact, he doesn't want to make the weight. Hassim Ratman Jr. doesn't want to drain himself anymore that down. So, you know, maybe he saw a prize and he wanted the bag. And now he's thinking, nah, man, I'm not going to cut this much weight. Jake Paul's going to knock me the fuck out. I'm going to look like a fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he might just think I'm gonna look like a pussy, bro. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Man,
I don't know the
on
mentality.
the mic with Terrence Bailey. Yes, man. And that's the fake H money anyway. That ain't no real H money. That's fucking H bummy with that fucking avatar. But
Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but I don't know about the mentality of these guys. Honestly, I don't know what they're thinking or what's on their mind. Like I said, I was intrigued by the fight. I thought that it was a pretty intriguing fight. I just didn't get too invested in it or the promotion of it or anything like that. I was excited to see it though. I just didn't know how to call it. Like it was one of those. I was like, I can't call that. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but I was intrigued by it.
Well, all I'm saying is you got to give respect to this guy who's come from YouTube, who's promoted himself to fight UFC guys, and now he wants to fight boxers. But boxing world is not trying to make it easy on him either. So we'll see what happens. Maybe someone just needs to step in and just show Jake Paul what boxing's about. But there is a guy from England who's he's a way lower weight class. It's Chris Eubank Jr. He said he'll save the show and fight Jake Paul now, but Jake ain't retaliated to that. Jake don't want no smoke with Chris Eubank Jr., it seems.
Yeah, 160 or 168.
Yeah, but 160, he fights at 160 now. He's willing to fight Jake Paul at 180 and give Jake that weight. But obviously, Chris Eubank Jr. is going to knock Jake out. He's too skilled. I mean, not even skilled, but he's been in the game too long. Maybe they don't want that smoke. They want to fight someone like Hassan Rahman Jr., who did get knocked out by Tommy Morrison's son. He knocked out Hassan Rahman Jr. That's why Jake Paul's team took that fight. They thought, yeah, we'll take this one to make ourselves look good. But yo, man, it is what it is. I think it looks a little bit bad for boxing with Tommy Fury not able to fight this guy, and then Hassan Rahman Jr. signing a contract and then not able to make the weight. Man, it is a bit, you know what I mean? Don't look good. Peter says Jake Paul ain't fighting Chris Eubank. Come on. Tygo TV says Keith Thurman called out Jake Paul as well. Yeah, hey, listen. Keith Thurman, welterweight, says, fuck it. Put me in the ring with him. I'll just fight him. See, this is what we want to hear. We want Jake Paul to just, why isn't Jake Paul saying, fuck it, sign Keith Thurman right now? He don't want that smoke.
Hey, Rapstar.
He don't want that smoke.
Rapstar.
Yeah.
I'm not too educated on the subject. I appreciate you having me on the panel, and I'm going to fly, bro.
All right, brother. You take it easy, yeah?
Yes, sir. Take care, my man.
All right, bro.
All right, later.
Hey, man, listen, Jeff, whenever you're coming, use the link, man. I can't add you to the stream. Jeff, come back onto the stream, bro. Punch Drunk's here. What's happening, Punch?
Yo, what's good? What's good? My fault. I had to get my food. You feel me?
Sir.
So that I can finish
Punch,
my
we went into this now. You would have never thought a hardcore boxing channel like Rapstar going to talk about Jake Paul, but I had to do it. Jake Paul is now making his way in boxing. The fight with him and Tommy Fury didn't happen now. Hassan Rahman Jr. We have to talk about it. And people are like, Jake Paul? Well, it's true, though. He's in the game of boxing now. He's fighting boxers. So what do you think about this guy? Hassan Rahman Jr., he signed the fight, and then he doesn't want to cut that weight now. He says, I can't do that weight. And it is really Hassan Rahman Jr. He shouldn't have said that he can do that weight. And Jake Paul saying, look, these boxers don't know how to do business. He goes, these boxers, they want the bag, but they don't want to do the business. They're getting scared last minute. They don't want to give me the weight. They know maybe, look, I'm giving them all that. I've only been in the game for a little while. So, I mean, what do you think about this, bro?
I think people should, I think people should respect Jake Paul because y'all asked a lot of people asked him to fight some boxers. You feel me? And then these are the boxers are the ones that's not even coming correct. At least these guys show up. They got the end of the bargain. The MMA guys, even Nate Robinson. You telling me the professional boxers can't get it together for Jake Paul, but the other guys can get it together? So I think that Jake Paul is just exposing these guys. It is what it is, man. Like I said for a while, Jake Paul, man, been training as a boxer for a long time. Been with professionals and sparring and preparation. Like this guy, he ain't playing games. A lot of people think that he's a clown or whatever. Nah, he ain't no clown. He ain't playing no. He's taking boxing serious. And anybody in boxing that has worked with him, they know that. And I think when these professional fighters, when these professional boxers get the information that this guy been doing it for a while in training, that's when they start, thinking, oh man, if I lose to Jake Paul, then I don't even have a career. And I think that's the way that maybe I'm just assuming that's what Fury is thinking about, and that's what Hakeem Rahman thinking about. I think they're thinking about like, yo, my career hasn't even really started, and if I lose to Jake Paul, just say bye-bye to my career. Nobody will ever take them serious.
Yeah, it is what it is, though. But I do think at the end of the day, these guys, they need to know their business, man. They're doing a fight with this guy, man. They got, at the end of the day, you got to give Jake Paul his credit. He's gonna be wanting a fight at a certain weight. You signed to fight at that weight. Then you say you can't make that weight. You're making boxing look bad. You're making boxing look bad. You wanted the bag. You want to use your dad's name. You just got knocked out by Tommy Morrison's son. At the end of the day, you're getting life-changing opportunity. Then they gave you up to 205 pounds. And on the first interview, what Hassan Ratman Jr. said on Fight Hype, man, he said, I don't want to give Jake Paul all that weight now. I changed my mind. That's what he first said. So really and truly, he didn't want that smoke while he was weight cut with Jake Paul. I'm just saying, Punch. It is what it is. So you got to give Jake that credit. He was willing to fight a guy which was 12-1. 12-1. Really, if you look at it, Jake Paul hasn't even fought a boxer. This is his real, true boxing test. So whether you hate him or whatever you want to say about him, you got to give this guy some respect, bruv. The man's willing to stand in the ring with a real boxer and show that he can do something.
Facts.
Okay. Hey, listen, it's not working, Jeff. And I don't know why your link's not working. But for some reason, you know what I mean? I had you on there before, you froze. And now the link's not working, bruv. But don't worry. I'll be back live soon again. You know what I mean? So if not, try the link again, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, Punch, at the end of the day, I think we got to talk about Jake Paul as a real boxer now because, it sounds like what it is, but the guy's looking to fight in boxing. It's simple as that.
I take him serious as a boxer, just like I take the boxers that's coming up that becomes a professional and they fight guys like 4 wins and 57 losses and
16... Is that you, D Calico? Because I've had trolls trying to come on today, my brother.
Every time.
Yeah, you already know.
Yes, D Calico. Let Punch finish then, bro. Because I've had trolls trying to come from the back. But yo, D Calico, you were able to hit the link. So I don't know what happened to my brethren, Jeff, you know what I mean? What's happening? Yeah, go on, Punch. Finish.
No, I'm saying that I take him serious as a boxer, and I think that I take him just as serious as just a professional, a young professional that's fighting 4-rounders, 6-rounder, 8-rounders. And like we look at Kell Brook, start off, or a lot of these fighters start off. Look at Brandon Lee. I like Brandon Lee, 140-pound phenom, and his first 17 fights, only one guy got a I think even win and losses, but all his opponents have losing records. The first 17 fights. So now you got this guy that's going to be fighting his 3rd, 4th fight, whatever y'all want to call it. The people want to call it serious. He's going to be fighting a guy that's 12-1. Now you match that with any prime fighter other than Lomachenko, because Lomachenko started off real quick, but he's as his 4th fight fighting a 12-1 fighter, and we don't know how many rounds this. I think it was an 8th or 10th rounder, and then he's going to be ranked in the WBC. He's actually doing better than a lot of these fighters start off. So a lot of people can't critique him, and these boxers ain't showing up. Matter of fact, like you said, I agree with you 100%. It makes the boxing The boxers look bad, but for me, he is a boxer, in my opinion. That should be taken serious.
Yo, D Calico, my brethren from the other side, man. How you feeling? D Calico.
Yeah, man. It's all good, man. What's up with y'all?
Man, we're doing good, bro. We're doing good. It's been a long time coming.
Challenge,
I haven't been live for a long time, bro.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen the crew together in a long time, man.
Yeah, we coming back, but we're only gonna deal with the real heads.
That's
Truth.
real. That's real.
Real smoke. Ain't no fake smoke on here.
No, man.
Yeah, you're doing good though, bro.
Yeah, man. Just like Errol Spence, you know, shit like that.
We're going to touch on him in a minute because you're here. The biggest Errol Spence Jr. fan I've ever met is D Calico.
Hey,
D Calico told me 2 years ago.
Yep.
He said, Rap, my boy's the truth. He said, Rap, this guy, they can say what they want about him after his car crash. I remember that conversation, D. So I'm going to share it with the people. You even told me, even after the car crash, when you saw him fight against Garcia, you were happy. And for what you said to me, and this man stuck by his words, he said that Errol Spence will be too much for Terence Bud Crawford. That's what D Calico said. So do you stand by that? Still, D Calico?
Yes, sir. Hey, you.
Huh? I lost you, bro. Yo, D.
This was, like you say, years ago. I said Errol Spence.
Tell us why you say, tell the world why you say Errol Spence is going to beat Terence Bud Crawford. Tell us why.
I ain't gonna lie, that last fight you just saw with Danny Garcia, Benavidez, like people didn't know that was a stick. Just like the Sean Porter fight, you know, all of that, even though Danny Garcia and Benavidez are two separate fighters, it was a measuring for the Errol Spence and the Crawford fight because this is their last, you know, this is almost both of their last common opponents. Or basically, this was like their tough, you know, two of their toughest opponents. You feel me? Going at each other. And I said to myself before the fight, I said, whoever wins this fight is going to show who would win out of Bud and Spence. And I knew Danny Garcia would whoop Benavidez's ass because he's not as good as we thought he was. Just because he fought Terence Crawford, you know, in such a manner, we think he's great, but I saw through that shit. You feel me? And I knew even Danny could knock that wall down. You feel me? And Danny is no longer a gatekeeper at this point because he just beat a gatekeeper. So same thing is kind of going to happen to Bud. Bud is Benavidez. Errol is Danny Garcia. And it's going to be something like that. Seriously.
Yeah, man. So what do you think then? At the end of the day, you think this Errol Spence, even after his injuries, he's good enough and he's got all the skills all round. You think this Errol Spence is tough enough to deal with Terence Bud Crawford? Right?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I think he's tough enough for all of those guys. I just don't want to see him fight the likes of Charlo. Like those guys are like I ain't gonna lie, you know, my boy is an injury away from never fighting again. So he you know, he's going out with a bang. And he's never took a tune-up fight. That's why I love Errol Spence the most. He's never taken a tune-up fight. I can't believe Danny Garcia talking about what he's basically stress and anxiety can really play a part. Shut your soft ass up. Because goddamn, this man came off a car wreck and fought you in the worst shape he's ever been in his life. And the guy who got his ass whooped is talking about stress and anxiety. You know what I mean? Like, it don't compare. It just don't compare. Nobody compares to Errol Spence. Everybody who fights Errol Spence they have like a long layoff. I don't know what it is. Danny Garcia didn't fight for 2 years. Sean Porter, he didn't fight so long. I thought he got in a car accident. You know what I mean? I could have swore it was Errol Spence that got in the accident. But Sean Porter didn't fight for years. You know, until what? Until he fought did he fight? Now did he fight Ugis before or after Errol? I think that before Errol, right?
He fought August after Danny just recently.
No, not Errol. I'm talking about Sean Porter. He fought Ugis before Errol Spence. Before he fought Errol Spence?
After.
So after he fought Errol Spence, he fought Ugis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I give him a little credit, but he got his ass whooped in that one too. But anyways, I'm just saying, people are never really the same after Errol Spence. You know, Mikey Garcia, you might want to say he retired. He waited so long, then when he came back, that was his last fight. Sean Porter, basically after that, fought Crawford, last fight. You know what I mean? Like, guys don't even have the energy to fight 2 times a year anymore. After they fight Errol Spence, that's going to be the last fight for a year, maybe 2. What is he taking out of these guys? He's taking a lot out of these guys. Because I haven't seen nobody go right back in the ring after fight Errol Spence. And I don't think Terrence Crawford is going to be no different to be talking about a rematch. You're not going to be ready for a rematch because nobody is ready to fight again after fighting Errol Spence, if we're paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, the fight is it's a huge fight, but it's a very close fight either way you look at it. Both fighters have skills, and
we know who got the most skills. Terrence Crawford got the most skills, but it don't matter. I mean, it's almost like he's too old. He can't even really bring all the skills he got. You know, but throughout his career, he has
though? I
he's
mean,
the most talented.
Did you see him look getting old in the Sean Porter fight? Did you see him looking old in the Velasquez fight?
Did
you see him looking old in the Kell Brook fight? What fight?
The Kell Brook fight. The Kell Brook fight looked like he didn't train, like he ate Twinkies before he walked in the ring. You know what I mean? Like a healthy Kell Brook would have slaughtered goddamn Terrence Crawford. I promise y'all. A healthy Kell Brook would have slaughtered him because he was already outboxing him. And only thing he couldn't do was go to war with him. The old Kell Brook would have gladly went to war with him and backed his ass down. You know what I mean? So he fought him at the right time in life, in history or whatever. Because he lost every round he fought Kell Brook until he punched him in the eye. Even though it was only like by 3-4 rounds, he lost all those rounds. He was looking horrible against Sean Porter. Like,
okay, but let's be honest though. Yeah, but let's be honest. Terrence Crawford, he's always known to start slow, and he's always known to capitalize in a fight in the championship rounds. And Terrence Crawford does lose fights. Some of his fights, he don't look good in the beginning, but then at some point he works you out, and then he tries and I'm just saying, Terrence Crawford does have a very good game plan, even when he's losing towards the end of the fight. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he saved all his power for the end of the fight, but that makes me question his endurance. Like put it like this: if I think. What's my boy? Damn. My boy just came back to boxing. Keith Thurman. I think Keith Thurman could literally be Bud's kryptonite. Because Keith Thurman, on the other hand, he get it popping in those first 6 rounds. Maybe 8, almost maybe 10 rounds. But then he fizzles out at the end, and he get on his bicycle. But in the beginning of a fight, nobody, not even Errol Spence, starts a fight off better than Keith Thurman. But the thing about Errol Spence, he's the most consistent
Yeah, I don't know where you went there, D. But look, I'll say this.
I'm saying, no. Is Keith Thurman, how good is Keith Thurman in the early going of a fight?
No, Keith Thurman doesn't start fast. I told you, he saves and conserves his energy.
Not Bud, not Crawford.
I mean, not Keith. Sorry. I'm saying Bud Crawford doesn't start fast. He's
Does
a slow
he start?
fighter. He works fast. I mean, he works and he slows down and he takes his time. He downloads his data, and then once he's comfortable and he feels that he can try and push himself into the fight where he's going to be a bit more aggressive, he's trying to hurt you and get you out of it. Now, I'm going to say this though, D Calico. We'll go back to Keith, but that's a good thing and a bad thing for Terence Crawford when it comes to a fighter like Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Yeah.
Now, Terence Crawford can just turn it up. And when he turns it up, southpaw, orthodox, he can be a guy who all of a sudden can fight in a different style and take you out of your game plan. We've seen it done. We saw him what he can do. He's a trick master. Terence Crawford is a trick master. He got boxing IQ. He understands his fighter and he knows how to observe that fighter's energy to the point, yeah? He calculates his energy. He's that smart. Crawford calculates himself, how he punches, when he punches. Sometimes when he thinks he's punching too much, he'll take a back step. If he feels like he's not catching you and, he's going to lose a few, he's willing to lose a few rounds. Terence Crawford's willing to lose a few rounds if he knows he can observe you and see when you're getting a little bit tired. And then he'll turn his game up. Crawford's got that IQ. But you see Errol Spence. The problem with this situation with Errol Spence, he can get away with it. Terence Crawford can do that to a lot of fighters. But Errol Spence has a machine gas tank. And he's also known to keep his stability and keep his endurance and keep his work rate all the way to the end of the fucking fight. And with Errol Spence, he just don't walk you down. He conserves, he's smart, and he also punches you. The difference with Errol Spence, his output is consistent to the head, to the body. And the thing with Errol Spence, he's so consistent with that jab and then his punches to the head, to the body, he makes it awkward and tough for you to get in your game plan. Bud is dangerous later on in that fight.
Hey, punch backstage.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Terence Crawford is dangerous later on in that fight, D. Calico. He's dangerous. Every second of the 9th round, 10th round, 11th round, 12th round, let me tell you, the problem with this fight as well for Terence Crawford, because he's got away, D. Calico, and Punch and the chat, stopping people late. He's always got away with that, losing. You know, and I know, and the fans know, and the subscribers know, that when the 9th round bell rings, if the 9th round bell rings, Terence Crawford's be losing in that fight. Errol Spence will be ahead in that fight just from his work rate. And when Terence Crawford tries to shut the show down and close the lights, he might be against the wrong guy now. Because even if Errol is in the fight on the 10th round, 11th round, 12th round, I don't think maybe Terence Crawford won't be able to stop Errol Spence though. And that's where he might lose on a points decision. He might get better in the later on in the fight, but Errol Spence is tough enough to win that fight on points because all round he might use that machine gas tank he's got to win those rounds early on, that when Terence Crawford tries to close the show, he can't close it. What do you think about that? He'll lose on points. Maybe when he's trying to close the show or knock Errol out, it's too late. Errol ain't going down for no one.
That's real.
Errol's winning on the scorecard. And if Errol just edges it on the points, then he'll win.
Hey, put it like this. You know how Shakur Stevenson made that statement about anybody that needs a knockout to win has already lost against him? I would say that for Errol Spence. If you need a knockout to win, you're not gonna get it. Shakur
That's
Stevenson.
What I think. I think that's what I'm saying as well.
I'm saying Shakur is great. Just throwing it out there, but guys like him and Devin, and even Mayweather, they can be knocked out, man. I don't know why they even playing that game.
Okay, what do you think, Punch? Terence Crawford needs the knockout to win. And Errol Spence can win this fight on a close points decision. What do you think, bro?
I think it could go either way, but I agree with what both of y'all saying on the analogy of Earl Spence, or the analysis of Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. I think that Earl Spence output and punch resistance is what makes him special. If you fall behind Earl Spence, you got to be special to catch up. Special. And if that special guy is what people say is Bud Crawford, then he has the ability to adjust. And that's why I may have, I go back and forth. I might have Bud Crawford winning, or might be a draw, have Earl Spence winning, because I believe that the output of Earl Spence is going to be high. I do believe that Earl Spence is going to outwork Bud Crawford, but I could think that Bud Crawford at the same time could outbox him. So it depending on how the judges see it. You feel me? Either the person that's outworking wins, or the person that's outboxing win. You feel me? So it's like Sean Porter versus Danny Silva Garcia. Danny Garcia was actually doing the better boxing, but Sean Porter was outworking Danny Garcia, so he got the win. But if you really look at the fight, the guy that was landing the best, cleaner shots was Danny Garcia. So it depending who's judging the fight. I do believe that Bud Crawford have the biggest bag, and I believe that he can make the adjustments. But if he don't make the adjustments, then Earl Spence is going to win the fight. But then it's how he made the adjustment. Maybe he made the adjustment and still Earl Spence is getting more, sustaining his power, sustaining his attack, sustaining his output. So it's going to take a special type of fighter to beat Earl Spence, in my opinion. I believe that both of these guys got hurt in the past, but nobody was able to finish them. So they adjusted on the defensive end as well. So, I mean, these guys are dogs, got great skills. It's a great matchup. It's a toss-up. It's all about, like I said, the output, however the judge see it, the outboxing or the outworking.
So really and truly, Terence Crawford got to start this fight early. He can't fight like he's been fighting these welterweights. He got to fight from the beginning, and he's got to be able to take some risk. He can't just observe to conserve his energy later on in that fight.
Shout out to Nonito Donaire.
What?
In the chat. Shout out to Nonito Donaire in the chat.
Oh yes, man! Big shout out to the champ, to our champ, Nonito Donaire, bro. Hey man, we want to have you on the chat. I was supposed to have you at the time of the fight, but something happened where I wasn't on the channel anymore for a while, bro. I was busy with something else. So Nonito, we gotta chop it up soon, bro. The champ's coming back. I heard you're coming back, and we like to know what you thinking for the future, bro. But yes, Nonito Donaire, the champ in the building, the Filipino Flash, bro.
I wanted to ask though, I don't disagree with everything you were saying in the beginning in terms of Danny Garcia and the mental illness, and he was calling it weak and things of that nature. I don't disagree with you, but I wanted to ask you when I was listening, what you think is more of a hinder if you don't come 100% physically, or if you don't come 100% mentally. What hinders you more?
I mean, yeah. You know, if you're not there mentally, it don't matter. You know, and if you are there mentally, you could be malnourished. But if your mind telling you that you know, supercharged up, ready to go, you finna be hell for somebody. You know what I mean? But I would say that Errol was up against both. He wasn't just up against physical ailments. I'm sure he was up against mental. I mean, even that last fight going in there after eye surgery, he had to been like that. I think that's why he beat Yugas up like that, because he pretty much felt like he was fighting for his life, because the whole month or months leading up to the fight, everybody was saying, get that eye, get that eye. Just get that eye. Man, that man went in there like, if I'm gonna lose my shit, I guess I gotta try to kill this nigga at the same time. You know, so he always up against something mental, but you could tell he got a strong mental. Like maybe nothing can break him, but you know, like, and he's only getting stronger back from the physical ailment. So it's like he about to be unstoppable, except for that injury that somebody might one day bring out of him, which I'm hoping Bud don't. But this next weight division, somebody could. Like, well, I don't want to see him fight Charlo. I'm just saying. They homeboys, he can outbox him, but Charlo's a rough dude, man. He might hurt him.
I think maybe I think we do see I say this, man. We see that Earl Spence has a center, meaning as a family unit. You know, he was raised with his mother and father. How good household and things of that nature. He ain't no thug. He ain't a street person. We saw him, you know what I'm saying, you know, swerving out the road, you know what I'm saying, but we was seeing him a little bit intoxicated and things of that nature. But when you have a sensor, you could always get back on track. And I think the best time to get Earl Spence was right after the car accident. I mean, Danny Silva Garcia had a chance, but now I think Earl Spence got a second chance, and I actually think that he's taking advantage of it, advantage of it, and that's a blessing. We see him with his kids. We see him, you know, buying a farm. We haven't heard of him going out there in a club or things of that nature, unless that he's going out with his wife.
Yeah. Every time we see him in public, he's not even intoxicated anymore. You know,
exactly. Like even the last time he came to New York, he was with his daughters and stuff, to visiting his grandmother and things of that nature. So I think that Earl Spence right now is at a more dangerous spot than what he was before. And Earl Spence was suffering from some type of mental things, because remember in the Brian Custer's interview, I think the first big interview that he had after the car accident, he said that he was self-destructing. You know, he needed to lose 20 pounds for the Sean Porter fight. He had a long layoff, and for boxers that's usually been fighting a lot of times since they started boxing, he ain't know what to do. And I'm just paraphrasing. So I think that PBC got him busy. I think he's gonna be fighting again this year, and I think he's hungry. And I think he's more dangerous right now. And even I was one of the person to be like, hey, yo, man, he coming in heavy. You know, he's weight draining. But if you still got punch resistant like that in the 10th round, and 9th round, 11th round, that ain't no weight drain. That's punch resistance. So this guy I don't know, his body got that Texas blood or something, but the guy, genetics is special.
Hey, and the whole like everybody in boxing turned into a coward to me, because everybody wanted to fight him as soon as he came up the injury. It's like, oh, me first, I'll beat your ass. You know what I mean? I was like, these niggas is cowards. You know what I mean? And I looked at Bud like that, because Bud, you're supposed to be the very best. You know what I mean? If you so great, why you want to fight him now? Like, I didn't want him to fight Danny Garcia. I wanted him to get a tune-up fight. Facts. I remember telling Repstar. Mm-hmm. But one thing about Errol, he's not that tight. He's tougher than anybody we ever seen, man. We've never seen nobody like this. I
agree with you, man. He tough because he took Danny Garcia, and there was other channels out there playing it off, trying to downplay Danny Garcia. I hate them motherfuckers that be trying to play down Danny Garcia just to discredit Earl Spence. But that was a tough coming out of a car accident, out of his accident, and then he had the surgery and still fought guys. He could have picked two
bums. Shit.
I don't call fighters bums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
tune-ups. And we saw Danny Silva Garcia. He was prepared. I don't care what he said. He was prepared for Earl Spence, because he chose a southpaw as a tune-up. and red catch, so he could get prepared for a southpaw. You know, so all credit to Earl Spence, man, and all credit to Danny Silva Garcia with his mental. And I hope he gets through with it. At least he fought and, you know, whatever, expressed what he needed to express.
Honestly, I feel like the mental came after fighting Earl Spence, because if you look at him, like his mental state looks more shook after beating Benavidez than it did before he walked into the Errol Spence fight. Before he walked in the Errol Spence fight, man, he was the coolest Puerto Rican in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
But like, you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what's going on inside the man's head.
I mean, right now, I feel like I see something. I feel like I see a glitch now. I don't feel like I saw that then. I saw a twinkle in his eye.
But do you think this depression and anxiety and depression definitely has a lot to do with these boxers? Because handling a loss is one thing. Knowing that when you do lose, how much less you got to take to come back, and how many more things that are a bit negative once you lose, that we don't really, you know, we as fans just think that the fighter lost.
We don't weigh that up. You're right. We don't weigh that up.
You know what I mean? Let's be honest. As a man.
Let me watch this.
Let me get this off, D. Calico. As a man, any man in this room, in this building, it's not easy to lose. Nobody wants to lose, and especially in a fight. So, there's some depression that goes into it. And look, Keith Thurman said that he suffered depression after Manny Pacquiao. Tyson Fury said he suffered a lot of things in the mental illness situation where he didn't think he was worthy enough. There's a lot of things going on to fighters. George got depression.
George Foreman after Ali.
We know that Floyd Mayweather has suffered depression. What I'm saying is, we know that Errol Spence has got depression. We can tell you that, but it's how you deal with it. And at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, especially after you lose as well, it's a lot to handle maybe. And there's a lot of fighters, they feel like Danny Garcia. They feel just like him, but they won't say it in front of the world. What do you think about that?
Hey, even Earl Spence said on his tweet that Danny Silva Garcia, he said, you said something that a lot of people is not ready to say. Maybe he's one of them as well. I mean, how many times we listen since the past, since I started watching boxing as a young child, they always said that boxing is a lonely sport. So what is going on with boxing that it's still a lonely sport? What makes it so lonely? You know, and that's why I think the support system is very important as a boxer. You know, you're out there alone, but when you take that L or you take that victory, look, when you take that victory, everybody's around you. When you take that L, it's just your immediate family, your wife, your kids. And if you don't have no wife, you don't have no kids, you know what I'm saying? You really taking that L on your own. And let me piggyback off that as well. I think it's harder to lose as a boxer than any other sport, because like you lose one fight. Look, these guys are fighting once a year. You lose one fight today, you might not fight and get that lick back for another year. And it might not even be the opponent that actually beat you. So you go day in and day out feeling, maybe, and I'm not speaking for every fighter, but you may be feeling like like you taking the L every day. It's not like if you playing basketball and you lose today and then you got a game back tomorrow. You got a back-to-back game, and you got a game the day after, and then you get that win. You feel me? So you can't stay stuck on that loss. But a boxer, they can stay stuck on that loss. You know, they're not going straight to the gym. They might take a little vacation. They might, and it may be a long vacation. Some of these guys don't even know when they're going to fight again. Look at like Keith Thurman. He's waiting on the date. A lot of these guys waiting on the date. Look what Adrian Broner said that time. He's waiting on the date. Yo, Al, Showtime, put me in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of things that go with fighters and boxers, and I know that this is a warrior sport, so a lot of people don't give them the benefit of the doubt, or care about their mental state or physical state as well. Because look what happened to Earl Spence. When he had that eye surgery, everybody was saying that it's fake. Oh, show us the eye injury. Show us the eye injury. Keith Thurman injured. Oh, show us the show. Oh, you not really injured. Go fight Earl Spence. You ducking him. You're not really injured. You don't have no surgery. These people, you don't have no COVID. You're not really sick, Tyson Fury. You're not really sick, Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So the boxing fans really are really harsh when it comes to health, mental health, and physical health.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. But also, we got to recognize, man, that, you know, it's one thing losing, and it's one thing how you come back from losing. You know, we don't give enough credit to the fighters who keep trying to come back after they lose. You know, that takes a lot of courage. Sometimes, as you said it's not an easy thing to adapt to when you're born a winner. Everyone wants to be a winner, but it's how you come back from it. And sometimes we've seen fighters in the past who've never been able to come back from this. Never. You know, you've seen fighters in the past who've took even one loss and then never were the same. And I'll mention one fighter who was a great fighter from my country, one of the best ever showmen who ever laced a glove. And that was Prince Nassim Hamed. Because the man had everything at his feet. He won everything. He just knew and he felt like he just was that guy. And when he lost to Marco Antonio Barrera, he was never the same. He went in depression. He went in some mental shit. He ended up nearly killing himself, and he ended up injuring people in his McLaren because he was driving recklessly. He did something what Errol Spence did, but Errol Spence was lucky, you know, in a way that he was not just lucky, but he has a lot more God on his side that he was able to rebuild himself.
Yeah, fortunate.
Prince Nassim Hamed, when he lost, he was finished. Jeff Lacey, when Jeff Lacey lost, the American guy who was one of the best coming out of America, bruv.
Yeah, I remember.
He lost.
You know, he's from my neck of the woods.
Oh, he from where you are, right?
Yeah, yep. He from the same places. Winky Wright. Yeah, they all from right there in St. Pete, Clearwater. They're from the Bay Area.
Right. Let's go to Filipino Flash and.
Hey, I was gonna say about that depression.
Calico. Let me just get this message going, because this is from Filipino Flash and my sister Rachel Donaire, and she says, and everyone wants to be your friend when you're a winner, but not when you lose. Now look at that statement from the Donaire family, right? When you're winning, everybody wants you. TV networks want you, promoters want you, sponsors want you, fans want you. Everybody wants you. When you fucking lose, bro, you got to rebuild that and gain your fucking credibility again. It's like you got no credit now, you lose.
Yeah, stock. Your stock just dropped, and you control your stock, so it hurts. You know, and I think another thing that's a big point of the depression is the swing in the money. You know, it's like saying, damn, if I'd have won, I would have won $2 more million. Like, we looking at the number 2 is like it's small, but we talking about millions of dollars. Like, just those 2 million could change a person's life, even a boxer. You know what I mean? So when they lose and they miss out on that 2 million, that 5 million, that 20 extra $1 million, that's, you know, it really hurt them in so many ways, because, you know, in their heart and their minds, they done already won that money and they planning on having that and doing things with it, you know, but now they got to set up for second place.
Punch, the reality is the truth. You know, before I shut this down in a bit, when you lose, Punch, you lose a lot of credibility. A fighter which had everything at his feet, the whole world was speaking about like a tornado. Teofimo Lopez, one loss, the boxing world on his own fucking country was shitting on him, bro. What I'm saying is, there's a lot to lose. We don't look at what there is to lose, but there seems to be a lot more to lose when they lose this fight. They lose a lot behind the scenes. What do you think about that?
I think I think a lot to lose for a lot of fighters, especially today. But once you have a good support, a promotional company, a network that really supports you, fan base that really supports you, like Manny Pacquiao got knocked out cold, bro. But people are out there supporting him in his next fight. Like there's just certain fighters that could catch that L. You know, like guys in the MMA, Jorge Masvidal. How many times he gonna lose? But people gonna want to see him fight. How many times Nate Diaz is gonna lose? But people gonna still want to see him fight. His fan base stay faithful. In boxing, there's not a lot of faithful fan bases like that. Look at Canelo Alvarez. He lost to Bivol, but guess what? People gonna come out and support him in his next fight. He got a faithful, loyal fan base that they're gonna rock with you no matter what. You know, and I don't think a lot of fighters have that. And then what makes it worse, the media throws them in the garbage as well. You know, so it's like it's the whole industry devalues you. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate. You know, and they're special fighters or careers. I'm gonna say career, like it's Derek Chisora. He lose and people gonna still want to see him. You know, there's just some loyal fan base that's gonna rock with you, win or lose, and then this other that is gonna throw you. It's gonna throw you on the side of the highway.
Hey, the typical fan is like he gets his whole narrative from ESPN. So if ESPN throw you in the trash bin, you know what I mean? The typical fan is gonna just do the same thing. You feel me? So I think it's more so it's the media and then it's the people. Because these people is like puppies, like puppets or something. Like they just controlled by the media. I don't think the media, or I don't think they control the media. You know what I mean? The media gives a damn if you like somebody. If they tell you to dislike them, they're gonna change their mind tomorrow and say that guy sucks.
And but then look at the fighters. The fighters, it's like this is a problem also. So let's say you was going for this fighter, or you just were looking at a fight, and then this fighter loses, and then you want to ask him the question, why you lost? Like, damn, why you ain't make adjustments? You have the skills to make adjustments. What happened in the fight? Why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that, or how did you feel? And then the fighter tells you the truth. Because even the truth, people don't want to hear it, because the truth may be just excuses, and they be like, you know what? In training camp, I hurt my hand, and I couldn't train for 3 weeks. I couldn't spar, or I got sick during training camp and things of that nature. So I really had a short training camp. I couldn't make weight because of the pandemic and the bubble, whatever. They want to ask you, but they give you the truth. But then it's like, come on, please, you're lying. Oh, you have excuses. So then the fighter is like, what the fuck y'all want me to say? You want me to be real? You want me to be on some fake shit? You asking me what happened, why I couldn't do this, why I couldn't use the right hand, why I couldn't throw it the uppercut, like Javante Tan Davis. Oh, what happened? Oh, I hurt my hand in training camp. Oh, yeah, right, man. Isaac Cruz, just give the 100% credit to Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz just exposed you. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's hard for these fighters out here, man.
But yo, I want to give a shout out to everybody, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody who hanged with me today. We should be live tomorrow. Rick Glazier, and then we're going to get Punch Drunk, hopefully on there, and then they can have a little bit of a, well, Punch said it's not going to be a debate, so we'll see what happens with that. But Rick Glazier wants to come and see who wants smoke, so I know Punch Drunk's up for that tomorrow. So we'll see if we're going to get that live popping tomorrow. But yo, it's been a great show, man. And D Calico, don't be a stranger, man. We'll be back now.
Yeah, man. I finally did what you told me and made a boxing jump. So I'm gonna be fucking with you.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'll come and help you, man. I'll come and give you some support. But the
That's
one
what's
and
up,
only
that's
Punch
what's up.
Drunk Boxing,
Yes, sir,
I want
yes,
to give
sir.
a shout out, Punch, because this comment I want to give out, yeah, is from Rachel and Nanito Donet. And they say, Rapstar, 100 of calls and text messages I got when we beat Kubali. But when we lost to the fight against Monster Inoue in Japan, we only got 10 text messages and 3 phone calls. And one of those calls was Punch drunk. So look at that, Punch. That's telling you from people which are in the fraternity who are big in the game of boxing that losing means that nobody's interested. Look at that, Punch.
And man, that's effed up, you know. That's like I said, man, I'm not saying this because he's tuning in, they tuning in, but Nonito Donaire is a boxing treasure. He's a boxing treasure. He's a living legend, and the boxing world should value him, because once he's done it, once he retires, when he's ready to, people are going to understand how great he is, because they're going to match up to who's going to accomplish what he accomplished. It's not many men that accomplish and have the resume of Nonito Donaire. Come back and while everybody thought he was done after the first Uwe fight, come back and be undefeated champion, WBC champion or Bali, and then the next, and then knock out the next opponent. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in Nonito Donaire's skills and talent, but more than anything, he's the ambassador, a great ambassador to the sport of boxing. Let's remember, I know people Mayweather like to take a lot of credit that he started this clean boxing thing, but it was Nonito Donaire who actually was the one that started and was the first fighter in the boxing world to be tested all year round, volunteered. So he is a trailblazer. He is a treasure to the sport of boxing, and we should value Nonito Donaire.
Yeah, man. I just want to say that Nonito just said, "Oh no, he doesn't. He hates. He hates what? Rachel. Don't worry about that, Nonito. If you want the link, hey, you more than welcome to come here and smoke him, bro. I'm not a fanboy of no one. Rick Glazier, I spoke to him on the phone. He says he wants to come on the channel tomorrow. But you're more than welcome, my brother. Nonito, I'll send you the link if you want, my brother.
Hey, I definitely want to give him his flowers while he's here, because pretty much everything I said about Errol Spence stands for Nonito Donaire. He's never taken a fight off. He's never fought a bum. He's never, what I mean? Like, this guy don't take tune-up fights. You feel me? He give us boxing fans like classic action. Like he ready to do or die in the ring. And most times he do. You feel me?
Well, I want to talk to
let me say it. Well, hold on, let me pick it back. Think about this. Nonito Donaire had the chance to fight Casimero. And we all know that skillfully, a lot of people and myself, I had Nonito Donaire being Casimero. He wants to fight he wants to fight Inoue. So that tells you what type of mindset he has.
Exactly, my point. Exactly. Yeah.
Nonito Donaire is a killer. He's a legend. We got a lot of respect from him from our side. You know what I mean? But I'm going to hopefully have Nonito Donaire on the channel with Rachel soon. You know what I'm saying? They said that they got the kids going back to school soon. So we'll have him on the channel, man, because look, we got nothing but respect for what Nonito's done for boxing. And at the end of the day, Nonito's inspired so many people that, it's just like a one-in-a-lifetime fighter that he's also given us. So, yeah, man, true boxing people have got Nonito in their heart because they know that he is a man who came and faced all comers. So even if he retires tomorrow, Punch, he's done enough for me quite a few years ago. You know what I'm saying, Punch?
Yeah.
So I've got nothing but gratitude, and I would like to talk to him about it when he's on the channel. And we'll hopefully have Nonito and Rachel on the channel soon.
Hey.
Now that I'm back, we'll have a few people come and, show support and come and give us maybe their story and talk to the subscribers, bro. Live and direct. But yo, D Calico, say your piece, Punch, and then I'm going to fucking sleep. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm up out of here, man. But I was just going to say the best thing about having Punch, we always got a translator. You know what I mean? So like, so we can get an interview that nobody in the world can get. and in English and in Spanish. Like we can, that we can cross both worlds at the same time. So I'm loving it, man. I support y'all any day, all day, 100.
Thanks, brother.
Yo, Punch.
But yeah, man.
Rachel,
thank you for inviting me, my brother. Rapstar, keep on doing what you're doing. The voice of the UK, and God bless you and everybody on the channel, and everybody on the comment section.
Listen to before you go, Punch. Nanito Filipino Flash says, "Don't tempt me. I'll send Rachel to smoke Rick."
Let's go, Ray. Smoke the hell out of this man. This disrespectful dude that don't have no respect for no fighters, for the modern day warriors, modern day guys that talk trash about fighters, but yet want to benefit and make a living off these fighters. He's a piece of shit. Excuse my language. He's a piece of human garbage, and I can't wait to let the whole world how much garbage and how much smelly he is.
Let's try and be respectful if he comes first, and then you guys, if he doesn't show respect, then you guys have got to go where you got to go. But yo, look, I'm going to give a shout out to Peter, General, Tycho TV, Jose Gomez, Jeff, Nanito Donaire, Rachel, and Peter Von Ox, everybody who came through that I can remember, Hard Times, even Terrence Bailey, you know what I'm saying? The fake H money, all of you people. Yo, big shout out to everyone, man. We'll see you soon. Hopefully Rick Glazier will stick with his word, and he would want that smoke. Let's see if Rick Glazier's coming for that smoke tomorrow. But it's your boy Rapstar from the other side of the pond. I'll catch you guys soon, bro. Bias Boxing, we out.